Hello everyone, Randy here again. We're playing Farming Simulator 15 on the RDAllen multiplayer server. We are playing on the Gift of the Caucasus map. And joined on the server at the moment by Reese. And we are harvesting some sunflowers. Looks like we just have field 12 here left to go. And looks like Reese there is... Reese was harvesting and he wanted me to harvest when I got on, so... Looks like he is running the tipper now. Yeah, as far as the server is concerned here, we've been progressing quite nicely. We have picked up at least one more field. We got field 6 now. So we're up to, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields. Plus we have the grass fields we have plowed to make them. So we're doing pretty good on the silage bit. I think that's where most of our money's coming from. We are slowly upgrading some of our other equipment here as well. Like I said again here, it seems like getting the fields has been the slowdown. Actually, I think at the moment our slowdown might be, if we bring it up here, our current rating is 23. And in order to get some of these bigger fields, like I know number 5 I was checking out. Let's see, what other fields here? I think maybe I was looking at these ones down here too. I think you have to have like a rating of 40 to buy some of those fields. So that actually might be our hold up at the moment, is actually getting our rating up high enough so we can actually buy some of the fields. Same thing goes for the factories as well. I forget what number you have to have for the factories, but you have to have a certain rating so you can buy the factories as well. And at the moment, it seems like our rating is probably actually holding us back a little bit at the moment. And by the way, the ratings, they're all affected by the numbers here. So it looks like we have failed to complete 2 missions. I'm assuming the way that works, that means it has taken away our rating. So if it says minus 13, I'm not sure if minus 13 actually is a minus 13 on the rating. I don't know how that works. It could be. You know, if we didn't have that minus 13 right there, we probably actually would be pretty close to 40. Like I said, I'm not sure if that actually, you know, when it says minus 13 there, is that actually a total minus 13 points? I don't know on that one. But yeah, I definitely have a couple of penalties there that are hurting us. And it's pretty much we just need to probably work on getting equipment, getting animals. What else is on there we can do? You know, total amount of threshed areas. So there again, fields, more fields would help with that number, but coin deals. Interesting. I'm going to have to look at what that one is. I'm not actually sure what that is. Illegally felled trees. Oops. Now, interestingly here, say if I was to go cut one of the trees down in front of us here, you would get a penalty for that. But if you were to, say, buy one of the trees here, let's see what's here. Yeah, one of these trees here, you can put that one down and cut one of these down. Problem is, obviously, you got to pay $7,000 for the tree. And I forget, I think Buggy said he was doing some of that. I forget the numbers he came back with, but you do make a profit at it, just not like a crazy good profit, you know, because you have to pay $7,000 to get the tree in the first place. But that is a way to make a bit of profit. But yeah, so far silage has definitely been our big profit maker here on the server. Been hitting the silage pretty hard. In fact, someone must have hit it really hard, because I think last time I was on, all the fields were planted in corn. We had corn, and I see they've been replanted in sunflowers, so I'm guessing someone has chopped all that corn already and probably sold it, if I had to guess. And when I say sold, I mean they chopped it, put it in the biogas plant, made chaff, you know, made silage, and sold the silage, not actually sold actual corn. Oh, okay, I did harvest. Was that a bit of unharvestable? Ooh, trouble saying that one. Unharvestable bit of sunflowers there, but no, I did harvest. Also, this header, this is the header for that smaller combine. And it's apparently the only sunflower header that works, I guess, from what I've been told. I have not actually tried the other headers, but a little bit small of a header for this combine. This is the Case 9230, obviously, the biggest in-game combine. Oh, interesting. They got a little glitch there on the header housing there. Oh, it's probably because I see why. The header is not actually mounted quite the right spot. It's actually mounted a little too high on the housing there, isn't it? Okay. That'd be why. Oh, I was gonna say, what in the world did we stop for? Pull back there. One nice thing about this larger combine, at least, it does take a while to get full. Also, for those of you who have been on the multiplayer server, you know we've had a slight breeding problem with our John Deeres. For those of you who have been on the multiplayer server, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, probably. Our John Deere 4755s have somehow managed to breed, and we now have, I think we got 8 of them now. So there is a slight glitch we've found with the John Deere 4755s. I don't remember this glitch happening before, so... Oh, we're full. Don't remember having this glitch before, so I'm not sure if it's something with this map or if it always has been a problem. And we've just never found it somehow. I don't know, but I'm not going to say what the glitch is, by the way, but we'll just say we do have a slight glitch, and our John Deere 4755s are breeding. Maybe someone's cleaned them out now, but there's one there. Just check the store. Maybe someone sold them out, because that probably would be a good idea. Oh, we're down to 3. Okay. So we had, like I said, I think we were up to 8 of them there. We still got 3 of them. Mind you, a nice looking old tractor, but I don't think we need... Whoa, is that guy missing? That guy's missing an arm. Hello, everyone. Hey, whoa. Buddy, you might want to get that looked at there. Missing an arm. Let's see. Where is Reese at? Looks like he's coming back across the bridge. Maybe I'll just grab another tipper here. Gotta remember that every time you push the question mark there, it brings up that little menu system. I've actually, for those of you who have seen what Reese commented there, saying he's missing the sawmill by the train, I've actually had several people on my Pleasant Valley videos ask and mention they do not have a sawmill by the train. For you folks that have been around for a while and watched my Pleasant Valley series, there is a sawmill by the train tracks there that we pretty much always used. And we actually had a couple more we've placed down thereafter, but... I've had a couple of people since then saying they don't have one there, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But for those of you who are playing Pleasant Valley, and I'm not talking about Pleasant Valley Rivers, we're talking just Pleasant Valley here. There is a placeable sawmill that comes with the mods for that map. And yeah, as to why you folks don't have it in the first place, I don't know what's up with that one, but... Anyway, like I was saying about these 4755s, we had some pretty good laughs at them. like I say, they've been breeding. Definitely a slight exploit glitch we've found there with them. And again, like I said, I'm not going to say what it is. It's not nothing too particularly complicated or hard or anything like that, but... And like I said, I don't remember having that problem before, so... Not sure if that's something that's just happened with this map, or some glitch somewhere else that's causing it, or maybe this tractor's always had the problem. We've just never had a problem with it in the past. Don't know. Speaking of Pleasant Valley rivers, it should be coming out here. Actually, by the time you folks see this video, it should actually be out, I believe. Pleasant Valley Rivers should be coming out. I believe it was the 18th, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, by the time you folks see this video, it actually should be out. Half of 6 needs to be harvested as well. Okay. Yeah, it looks like someone planted a lot of sunflowers. Not sure if you can chop these or not. I know we have the headers for the Krone Big X's, but I'm not sure if they will actually support sunflowers or not. Not sure on that. Oh, it is wheat. Okay. Wait, only half of it needs to be harvested? Okay. That's interesting. Either it's only half planted or somebody half harvested. Also, I know a couple people now have told me they've had a good chuckle about our own Big X's being used for things other than chopping. Namely, hauling stuff, pulling stuff, cultivating, plowing, spreading slurry, hauling slurry. You name it, we've pretty much been doing it with the Big X's. You know, when we initially started here, once we got a Big X, it was like the biggest vehicle we had. You know, 580, or was it a little less than, maybe less than 580 horsepower. Actually, what are they? Let's just double check. Harvesters. Your own Big X 580 is 585 horsepower. Okay, so a little more than 580. 585 horsepower, so they could do a lot more than what our tractors could do, so they ended up getting used for, well, basically used as tractors. That's basically what happened to them. And also, we've been doing actually quite a bit of slurry spreading on this map here. We got the overloading trailer doohickey thing there. I forget the name of that. I don't know why. I always forget the name of that particular. Let's see. Under universal tanks, we have the, yeah, it's this thing right here. Storage tank. For storage of gases or liquids. Well, anyway, we're using it for slurry. So pretty much what you do is plop that down next to a field, overload into that tank, and then you can fill up your slurry spreaders from the tank. And those tanks, of course, hold 100,000 liters. Initially, we were actually pulling those tanks around because we really didn't have the money to actually buy the tanks to actually transport the slurry. I believe we do actually have a couple transport tanks now, but initially we were actually pulling the storage tanks around, which you're not actually supposed to really do with them. And as some of you folks that have tried to pull those tanks know, it is just a bit difficult to pull those tanks, especially when they're full. Definitely feels like way too small of a header for this combine. I don't know why, but, well, I know why, because it is too small of a header for this combine, I would say. Not to mention it's blue instead of red. And yeah, as folks can see, because the header is not mated to the housing properly, you can actually see the animation there isn't quite right. I've noticed that with modded equipment versus the in-game equipment, it seems like the headers for combines do not properly attach to each other. They'll attach, obviously, like this one is attached, but they won't look right. Like this doesn't look right here. Obviously, this header's too high, is attached too high on this housing here. Definitely takes a while to fill this combine up, I'll have to say. When I sell grain, sometimes it doesn't give me any money. That's not good. Not sure why that would be, and I wasn't paying attention when he sold that, so I don't know if I got any money or not either. Let's see, harvest income. We got 18,000 so far. Wow, Sunday we did really good. 738,000. I'm sure that's silage related. Basically, for those of you that play on the multiplayer server and wonder how the money works, when you sell something, the money should get evenly distributed amongst everybody that's on. So, let's say there's 2 people on, the money should get split half. So, I get half, someone else gets half. If there's 4 people on, everybody gets a quarter. So, let's just make it easy. Someone sells $100 worth of something, and there's 4 people on, everybody gets $25. That's basically how that works. If there's only 2 people on, everybody gets $50. And of course, if there's only 1 person on, well, then the 1 person gets $100. Well, actually, I should maybe rephrase that. Depending on which 1 person is on, they might get $100. It seems like, and I've been told this anyway, I'm not sure if I can necessarily confirm this or not. Even if there's not an admin on, the admin automatically gets his cut of the money. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, like I say. And sometimes I'll look at the money, it's like, okay, I know somebody sold a lot of silage. I do not have any more money than what I had before, so... Not sure how that actually works if the admin is not actually on. Or if somebody actually is not logged in as admin anyway. Anyway, let's see if we can read a few comments here a moment. Farm Track was asking, where did you find the Great Plains drill at? I will have to get a link to you for that one. There again, by the way, for those of you looking for the mods I use, there is a mod list in the description of the video below. Hopefully the link works. Like I said a while back, I did have a problem with the link working there. Not sure what happened to it. I had to get a new link. So, hopefully it's working again. Yes, Reese. He's the gentleman we are playing with at the moment. I think your server may have crashed. Can't find it. Yes, the server did crash earlier. Not sure what happened there, but it's back up again, obviously, because we're playing on it. Pran was saying next map is Oklahoma. Yes, it will be. Peterbilt 100 was saying on the next map, can you please get in class Axion 950? If I remember, we will try to do that. Izzy left a pretty good comment here. I see how it is. When I play, I have to spend almost $500,000 to get a crone. Now it's under 200,000. I see how I rate. Well, Izzy hasn't been on the server, so we had to do something. Stiff neck, blurry eyes. I'd ask why you have a stiff neck and a blurry eyes, but anyway, left a comment. When you get the no space left at this place, it means you need to dump the chaff at a different part of the bunker. More important is the chaff you dump in that place, you lose if it's too full. I did not actually know that. If it actually is full, you actually lose the chaff there. Did not realize that. Yes, I am aware that when it says it's full, you do have to move to a different part of the bunker. And I think I mentioned that when we were doing that. Ooh, better fill up the other end some more. Still have some people wanting me to sell all the equipment on Sosnovka just to see how much money we get. Like I said, folks, I think we'll just kind of skip that. We'll definitely get a bit of money from that. What we're going to do when we go to Oklahoma, I'll probably just buy some nice starting equipment. Some nice starting modded equipment, that is. And we'll try not to, you know, start too crazy or anything like that, but just some nice equipment to start with. Obviously, Oklahoma's going to be a bit of a big map, so probably won't be starting with anything too small. You know, we'll see once I'll kind of look around, see what I have for mods. I've got some ideas of what I want to see, but we'll have to see once. And Oklahoma being an American map, I do want to see if I can find some good American-style mods. I've got a couple that are pretty good right now. I do want to see if I can find a few good American mods yet to add to my list. Travis was saying go for an American map for sure. Yep, Oklahoma is an American map, so... Mark was asking, how do you get on the multiplayer server? Information is in the description of this video and all my multiplayer videos. I don't put the information on my single player videos, but all my multiplayer videos do have the information needed to join the multiplayer server. In particular, the biggest thing you need are the mods. And there are links in the description below to download the mods needed to join the multiplayer server here. And then there also is a TeamSpeak server as well. And I know every now and then I get asked, what is TeamSpeak? If you know what Skype is, that's pretty much what TeamSpeak is. TeamSpeak is just better for gaming, basically. So we do have a TeamSpeak server, and the information to join TeamSpeak is in the description of this video as well. And I know someone asked one time, well, actually, I think a couple people have asked this, actually. Do you have to have a microphone to join TeamSpeak? No, you do not. Obviously, if you want to communicate back to us, you're going to want to have a microphone, but just to join TeamSpeak, no, you do not have to have a microphone to join TeamSpeak. And, of course, if you are playing on the multiplayer server, I do encourage you to join TeamSpeak. It keeps it a lot easier for those of you playing on the multiplayer server to communicate. Obviously, chatting this way it works, but there's only 4 lines of text there. So, you get a couple people chatting back and forth really quick. The line there is just scrolling so fast you can't even read what people are saying sometimes. So yeah, much easier to use TeamSpeak if you have it. And like I said, you don't necessarily have to have a microphone to join TeamSpeak. Just if you want to chat back to us, you're going to want a microphone. Nathan was saying, cool video. Dodge was saying, yay, Oklahoma map. Red jumper. Says period. That's all. Period. Okay. Not sure what that's about. Oh, yes. Here's a good one. Chance was saying there's a video preview for Farming Simulator 17. I should have mentioned that for you folks that have not seen that. Check out the Farming Simulator website. They have a little preview video of Farming Simulator 17. I'm not sure the graphics you actually see in that video are what you're going to see in-game, but we'll have to see once, I guess. They do have a little trailer. I think it's only like a minute long, something like that. It's not very long. Just showing some basic farm work, I guess you could say. And from the trailer, it looks really good. Like I said, I'm not sure what you see in the trailer is actually what you'll see in the game. I kind of have my doubts what you see in the trailer is what you'll see in the game, but never know, I guess. Never know. It is worth noting, and I think a few of you have pointed that out already. Farming Simulator 17 is more expensive than Farming Simulator 15 was. Not sure if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I know we were talking about that on the multiplayer server, and just my theory behind that is it's because of all the newly licensed vehicles. For those of you who do not know, typically, and I'm assuming that's going to be this case as well, when Farming Simulator Giants puts vehicles in the game, they have to pay a licensing fee to whoever makes these vehicles. So let's say Case, for example. Giants is more than likely paying a licensing fee to Case to put this case in the game. What and how much that is, I don't know, but I'm sure they are paying some sort of licensing fee to put equipment like this in the game. And considering Farming Simulator 17, there's quite a bit of new equipment, or they claim there's going to be quite a bit of new equipment anyway. I mean, I know we've seen Massey Ferguson, Challenger, Fent. Fent is in the game now, or at least looks like it will be. It's on the cover of the game, so one would assume it will be anyway. So we can assume there's probably some more licensing fees going into that there. Man, a lot of nice little moving parts there, and very nice detail, I have to say, on these headers. Well, I have to say, I didn't think it'd take this long to harvest the sunflowers, but I guess with a header this small, I guess it does. Also, folks, with Pleasant Valley Rivers coming out, the intention is to play that on the multiplayer server here as well. Just my thoughts. I think we wait a week or two, but I'll see what everybody on the multiplayer is thinking. If they want to see Pleasant Valley Rivers on the multiplayer server right away, we can probably do that. I'm just thinking let's wait a little bit just to make sure everything works good. I know they've been testing the map quite a bit, so I'm assuming we probably won't have any major issues, but you never know. You know, typically once something gets released to the public right away, oh crap, this don't work and that don't work. And I'd be very surprised if they didn't have at least a couple bugs they had to squash out and, you know, release update fairly quickly for. Or maybe not fairly quickly, but in the future for. I know even Pleasant Valley was that way. And I know I don't know if they tested that map quite as bit, but I know they tested that map quite a bit as well. And obviously there they did have a few bugs they had to squash on that map. And at least for myself, I don't feel like being the guinea pig server to test anything on, so at least not on this server anyway. I kind of like it when it runs nice and smooth, and I don't have to worry about fixing the server every now and then. Anyway, folks, looking at the time, looks like it's time to wrap up the episode here already. So with that, folks, I think we'll wrap it up. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.